Alright guys, next up we're going to be going to the Tulien crown fight. This one is a little bit easier overall, but there's more annoying things going on during it. So once again, we're not going to use the best unit, Taivas. No KOs, 5 turns or less, no continues. We're going to just use basically the same team we used on the previous fight. We've just changed gear around for different killers, etc. Here's the party. Let's get into it. There's no elemental damage on this fight, but there are a lot of status effects, death, berserk, all the fun stuff, dispels, the usual. So what we're going to do, Ihana on turn 1 will do her LB for all the buffing. Runda will do his as well, but not yet. We're going to use Tulien to LB, Yish to LB, and Van Harma to LB. We're just going to burst on turn 1 because we're going to get dispelled in just a second. So just a little bit of damage. Van Harma does about 35%. Tulien does like 10. There we go. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. As we saw last fight, Tulien does pretty good. So now we're going to use Runda's LB for mitigation. So here's the dispel. So actually Runda's mitigation didn't really do very much. And then stop on Runda. So this turn, we're going to use rebuffing. We're going to cover, shell, and protect on Runda. We're going to use Ihana to triple. We're going to do status immunity. We're going to do Stonga. And we'll do, I guess, Aura to fill LB gauge. Tulien will triple. We'll do Jord kicks, I am the new hero, and Jord ring. Yish will do her 89 break, and then just double bolting. And Van Harma will Taivas' spirit. So go ahead and get this ready to go, and we're going to burst next turn for real. So this turn is going to be a death that ignores provoke, a gravity. There's the death. We're all wearing death immunities in case no matter who it hits. And then a berserk on your provoker. Our provoker is Runda. He got berserked. Oh well, who cares? So Ihana on this turn will go ahead and use double rune, and we'll do her own fairy rune from her STMR on Tulien and Van Harma. Tulien can SLB, Van Harma can LB, and Yish can LB or triple bolting. And we'll go ahead and chain this up. So this may even kill the... Oh, it's definitely going to kill the boss. Oh, yeah. And if it didn't, we just go and kill him on turn 4 with Van Harma's SLB. Because next turn, Van Harma's SLB would be good to go, and that would have been a super easy kill. Single target fights are a lot easier for this party. So we did all missions, and the gear is Runda is now using death immunity. Other than that, I didn't really change very much, honestly, from the previous fight. This fight's not very dangerous. Ihana, I just gave her death immunity with Genji shield. Other than that, we didn't really change very much, just lazy. And this is where we're getting Fairy Killer from. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. You might take an extra turn. It'd be fine. Van Harma is death immune with Kurisame's cape. Other than that, Fairy Killer, and I think he's maxed on Fairy Killer. 300%, yeah, he is. And then maxed LB damage. And then, a good card. And then Tulien is death immunity, Titus's garb, Fairy Killer, and there it is, a chain cap card. He's at 275 Fairy and max LB. And then Yish, support chainer, death immunity, earth weapon. Other than that, literally, who cares? Yish is the least important here. Okay, so out of curiosity, let's check the damage breakdown on this fight, considering Van Harma didn't even get his SLB. We killed the boss too quickly. His SLB was coming on turn 4. And Tulien was only 3 out of 4 crowns that fight. And yeah, Van Harma, single target fights, Van Harma is definitely where it's at. And if we had gone to turn 4, Van Harma would have heavily outdamaged Tulien on that specific encounter. Anyway, there was that fight. So I'll probably do the gear fight tomorrow. I got to go out in a minute. But that is the last of the crown fights. I'll see you for the equipment fight later. See you then.